Good morning YouTube, it's Lofty here. I've gone up to Damerells. I've gone to revisit a bike. Last year everybody went potty over the GSX S1000GT and we just couldn't get them. They weren't in the country. When they sent them for demo there was 1s and 2s and you could have them for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So I didn't really get to ride the GSX 1000GT. I had about 40 minutes on it and the quick shifter weren't working. So now we've got one and we can spend our time, we can ride it as much as we want. So if you're interested in the 2023 Suzuki GSX 1000GT, you stick around. I'm looking forward to it. See you in a minute. Well YouTube, Lofty's here, what do you reckon? It was wet, rainy, horrible day last year when I took this bike out. The quick shifter wasn't connected up, it hadn't been configured on the dash. Looks nice, doesn't it? I'm looking forward to riding this on a lovely dry road. Let's see what it's like. Beautiful TFT dash. Nice bit of rasp there, isn't there? Right, here we go. Just make sure this van don't pull out on me. Steady ride up the road. Yeah, it was a horrible day last year. Suzuki do it all the time, don't they? They issue a new bike, loads and loads of advertising. They get everybody, they get the juices rippling through their mouth and the tongue, and oh yeah, lovely, we got this, and then you can't ride one. They ain't got none. And then they have one demo for one region. We had to share this bike last year, not this particular one, but this model, with all of Devon and Cornwall. So basically we had it for the morning at Damerells, and Anton had it for the morning, and GT had it for the morning, you know, all the way round. So here we go, 50. Oh yeah, it is a nice quick shifter. Let's try the blip. Lovely. It's quite big and roomy. Quite a nice bike. Sports tourer, but it's got flat bars. No clip-ons on this. It is very, 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 very nice. I do like it. I'm impressed. Of course, its biggest competitor is the SX1000 from Kawasaki. Here we go. That's beautiful. That is lovely. Look at that. Let's have a look at it. Well, good afternoon YouTube. What do you think of this? It's good looking, isn't it? You know, when it comes to Suzuki's, this is a good looking bike. The 2023 GSX 1000GT. Beautiful. Let's have a seat on it. Quite a big seat, there's enough room to scrunch forwards and backwards. Put my leg up. Lovely cutaway, plenty of room. It's a bit of a... I think this bike will fit anybody really. Seat's not too high, plenty of room, bars are nice and high. I don't know about the screen how good it is, but it's lovely. Let's give it a bit of a... What do you think of that? What do you think? That sounds great, doesn't it? Let's give it another one. I love it. I really do. When it comes to blue, when it comes to blue, that's blue, isn't it? Beautiful blue. There it is. It's ever so windy. I hope you're picking this up. It does pop, doesn't it? Projector headlights. Cracking, innit? Big wing, massive mirrors, massive. Look at them. It's a good bike, innit? Let's have a look across the dash. Let's swing it in alive. Suzuki. We've got a USB on the side over there. So look at that, cracking dash, innit? Digital radial tacho. Big digi-speedo, fuel gauge. We got the power modes here. So you can you press OK and then you can go A, B or C mode. They don't do rain or nothing like that. A sport, B standard, C's rain mode. So you press it again and you get your traction control. 5, 4, 3. We're going to leave it on full traction control. We don't want nothing stupid. Quick shifter, you can switch the quick shifter on and off from there. The idiot lights around the outside. It's 1 o'clock. The temperature gauge, fuel gauge, various little things. It's quite good, isn't it? I like it. It's just something about it I just like. Let's have a look at the USB. So it's just a little rubber cover. It's a single USB. That's okay, it'll do. Coming out, quite a big screen, big wide mirrors, adjustable clutch. We've got the start stop on the same flicker. We've got hazard warning, cruise control. Now you activate the cruise on the right hand side, so you push to activate and you actually control it from the left hand side. We've got cable operated clutch, pass light. This is your it's basically like a toggle, up, down, left and right with an OK and a return. Indicator above the horn, horn. Not bad, pretty good. I like it. Let's give you the specs. Okay, let's give it its full title. 2023 Suzuki GSX S1000GT. It's a 999cc liquid cooled 16 valve inline 4. I believe it's the engine from the sports bike around 05, the K5 engine. Fantastic engine. Some people say it's one of the best sports bike engines ever made. It's got 150 brake at 11,000 revs. 78 foot-pounds at 9,250 revs. Fairly big tank at 19 litres and fairly light at 226 kilograms. Panniers are extra. 810mm seat height, 6-speed chain drive. On the front we got KYA or KYAB, whatever you want to call them, forks, upside downers. 43mm, nice and big. Beautiful big stoppers. Tyres 120/70/17, two 310mm with 4 piston Brembos, radial Brembos, very very tidy. Coming round the back, shocks tucked up inside, quite difficult to see. There we go. On the rear we've got a 190/50/17 with a single 240mm 1-piston Nissin caliper on the rear. ABS, TFT, quick shifter. There's no IMU on this model. It's got everything else. It's pretty modern. They come in black, they come in blue, and they come in blue. There's 2 blues. There's a lighter blue and a darker blue. It's nice, isn't it? You can get top box fitted, I believe, if you get the right rack, and you can get integrated panniers. They're extra. So this bike is on the road at 13,599 with a quick shifter included, and the panniers about £1,000. So you're talking 14,600 as a sports tourer. 14,600. It's not too bad, is it? It's comparable with the SX. It's probably a little bit cheaper than the RS. Personally, I prefer the RS. I think the RS is that bit better made, but I do think this is the sort of bike that would give you more fun. I think it's a bit naughtier. It's the type of bike that would make you naughty. Anyway, shall we get the helmet on and be naughty? See you in a minute. Okay, here we go. Quick shifter auto blipper, sublime. We'll have a play around with that in a sec. Indicators fall well to the thumb. So we're in second gear. We're in a 50, we're going into a national. Oh, horns in the way. Here we go, national. Yeah, lots of power. Down the hill, holding a steady line. I hope you can hear me. It's very, very windy. I'm getting quite a lot of noise. This will run at national speeds in any gear, 1st to 6th. So it's how you want to enjoy it. Very precise. You have to set it up and leave it alone. Some half decent stoppers on it. Some drop down over the bridge. Keep the wheels on the floor. Traction control's on full so we can be a bit naughty. Front end went a little bit light over that crest, I'm not surprised. Yeah, this is nice. Oh, we've caught up the mug spreader. I'm just going to dribble past him nice and steady. Here we go. Ho ho ho! How about that? And comfy too, very comfy. So, there's nobody about. Let's have a look at the brakes. We're doing 40 odd mile an hour back brake. Well, typical. About what you'd expect. Not really a stopper. Stability controllers, I've started calling them. So come around the corner, I'll get away from this crappy bits on the road. Here we go, all clear. Front brake. Yeah, it's fantastic. I'll just get past this junction and I'll give them both a go. Here we go. Yeah, there's loads of stopping power there. Drop it in a second, push it over, give it some. Down to the 30. And stop down at 30. What do you think of that? I've got to say, it's got some poke. It's probably a little bit too excitable for naughty boys and girls. You would have to be very careful. The CB650R I took out earlier, you could just about get away with getting that a bit of thrash. But this 150 brake, it's a sports bike really. Well, it's a sports bike engine. It's lovely. So tractable. Look at this. I'm doing second gear, 20 mile an hour. No problem at all. That's it. Just pull your dog out the way, darling. I don't want to frighten him with the sound of a squealing inline 4. This is a lovely quick. They always are though on these inline 4s. There's no jerkiness in the throttle, but in A mode it's just probably a little bit too much for me. Let's see if I can knock it down into B. Yep, I'm in B mode. Well, that's a little bit smoother. Yeah, B mode's much nicer. Here we go. Down at the junction, take a left. Down through St Denis. Like I say, cracking brakes. He's turning. Yeah, much nicer in B mode. It's literally, it's on and off in A. I suppose when you're on a sports bike, that's what you want. But we're on a sports tourer. So down to 30. Very little throttle. That's fantastic fueling. You can just feather it in. That's nice. So it's got loads of power, loads of brakes. The seat's a bit firm, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I'm not sure about the pillion perch. I'm not sure. From what my pal Pete says from Damerells, he said his wife Mary didn't like the seat. She found it a little bit harsh. It was harsh enough for him to sell it and buy a different type of bike. So if you're going to take a pillion with you on a sports tourer, I think I would try it first. Try before you buy as such. Don't just assume it'll be okay. And then there's the payload. You've got to be a little bit careful, because being based on a sports bike, I'm not sure whether you can have pillion side boxes and a top box, so you'd have to look at the stats. I think as a solo bike for just you to get touring on, fantastic, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I do like this colour, this lighter blue. I'm not so keen on the darker blue. This lighter blue pops. It's got a lovely sparkle in the paint. Lovely bike. Here we go. Still doing 30. But in fourth gear, you know, it's very tractable, isn't it? Another couple of bends and it opens up into a 50. Here we go. Oh, not quite yet. A bit premature, Johnny boy. It's a cracking bike, isn't it? It's not heavy on your wrists at all because it's got the flatter bars. Here we go, slight downhill into a 50. So I've just set the cruise control at 45. So you activate it on the right hand side, you press and hold down at the bottom. As soon as you put the brakes on, it comes off. I'll test to see if it does a resume in a sec. I'll just lift my visor. It's a beautiful day, 1:20 Absolutely gorgeous. Nothing like last year when I rode this bike, when it was horrible, wet, nasty day. The roads are nice. Probably don't even need the traction control on, but I don't really want the front wheel coming off the ground, because that's probably what would happen. So I'm just going to press resume. You have to be in third gear or above, I believe. No, we don't want to resume. Yeah, the cruise control's not as intuitive as the BMW one, but it's okay. So it's just testing out again. We're doing 45. Press and hold down. Now you just push. Push once. So speed up. Yeah, that's alright. That's okay. So we're set at 45. It's holding 45. No input from me. Constant, yeah, that's good. I'll just throttle it down and accelerate. Yeah, the cruise control's okay. A little bit crude, but it works. Amazing how I can understand in the past why people liked inline fours, because they're so tractable. You might have to thrash them a bit, but who cares? That's nice, isn't it? Giving a bike a bit of thrash, getting that exhaust note zinging in your ear hole. But this is cracking. It'll tick over at any speed. So we've caught up a tractor, a big caterpillar job. Clutch is light. I'll just try a slow speed change. Oh yeah, even you couldn't do that on a BM. It'd clunk and not like it. Even at 30 mile an hour and 3,000 revs, the quick shift is lovely. So we're in first gear. There's Mark on his XADV, nice new bike. He's got to go and pick the nipper up, I think. I say XADV, it's a 354's an ADV, it's cracking. We'll just nip past him. Here we go. Third gear down the hill. Just roll it on. Serious power. I've had to wind it off. So here we are going down the hill. Nice and steady. 69 miles an hour. Although I can see my elbows in the mirrors, they're not bad. I'd say they're slightly better than the RS. So just throttle off. Here's the blipper. 1, 2, 3. We're still doing 40, and another one. Yeah, that's superb, that is. Auto blip. Works an absolute treat. Put the indicators on, go down the island. Nothing about. I'm going to carry on, we're all clear. I'll leave it in second. Here we go. Up the hill, second gear. Yeah. This is one hell of an engine, folks. One hell of an engine. You only need one gear. Put it in second and forget about it. Just literally, you can go anywhere you want in second gear. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, because it's been a lot more enjoyable than last year when it was wet. If you have enjoyed it, click on the like, subscribe, ring the bell. Ask me a question. I'm only too pleased to answer it. And if you are looking for a Suzuki GSX S1000GT, they've got them in at Damerells, and they've got this bike to test ride, so it is here now on permanent demo. So all those that were disappointed last year, if you do want to ride it, it's available. Pop up and see Simon, he'll sort you out. So we're going back round. Anyway, I'm going to say ta-ra. So this is the Lofty Biker saying ta-ra for now.